And it's the Chris Breck State Farm Insurance Courtside with Coach show. With us again is Coach Tim Delbacca. Coach, it's been a long time, but it's good to talk with you.
Hey, good to hear from you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Coach, I want to talk to you a little bit about a couple of things. And before we get into basketball, just to look back a little bit of football, I've been thinking about this a long time. I wanted to point out how much we appreciate what you've done year after year after year with the defense. And we acknowledge that up in the booth. And, it was very important every year, but especially this year. I think that win, you had to give that win against Harbor Creek to your defense. And that got us really locked us in to get in the playoffs for home.
Well, thanks. I really appreciate that very much. Yeah, we work real hard at it. It's a team effort, though. I according to defense, but Coach Rock's the head coach. I mean, he's the one who runs the show. I have great help from our assistants. Coach Passanen, Coach Lips, Coach Butchko. I mean, it's a team effort out there. But I do appreciate it very much. Thank you.
Oh yeah. We give credit to everybody. We really do. But I just wanted to make sure we pointed that with you. Look, it's kind of exciting to be in basketball right now. And if anyone hasn't been out to the Garza Gymnasium, please come out and take a look. The new remodeling of it looks very nice. Looks great on camera.
Yes, yeah, it came out real nice, boy. The bleachers look good. I know that the color scheme looks really nice on there. They're more modern bleachers. And, yeah, we're really happy we were able to do that in our gym this year.
Great. Terrific. Looking back at last week in Geneva, they were a highly ranked team. They didn't look like they had a ton of flash, but boy, did they play well together as a team.
Yeah, their guards played very well. They didn't really have a whole lot of height, but they have 2 or 3 guards that really hurt us. They had Barbo hit us for about 19 in the first half, and then the Kosica kid had about 18, 19 in the second half. And I thought there were some things we could have done better defensively. I thought our rebounding was decent, especially at the offensive end. But it's our first game. Boy, it's a quick turnaround from football to basketball anymore, and we're just trying to get better each week, and hopefully it'll pay off during the course of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you're right. And you had to see a couple of things in that game that really encouraged you. I thought the team showed that they have enormous potential, and, they can improve quite a bit throughout the year.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I don't think we shot the ball very well. We had some point-blank opportunities in both the first and second halves that we missed. We shot 3 of 18 from the three-point line, which is amazing considering we made our first 2. Larry Ham made 1 and Zach Rice made 1, and then we proceeded to go 1 for our next 16. And Geneva sat in his zone for a lot of the second half, and we were playing some inside-out basketball, but we need to make more three-pointers over top of that zone for us to get them out of it.
Absolutely. And the foul shooting, as you said, that's enormous. It's a game like that to get those guys.
Yep. Yeah.
I think they were ranked number 1 in the county, is it? Or how did that work out? They have
that was 4-4. Yeah, 4-4 on goals rankings at Geneva number 1, which, hey, they're 1-0 in the county, and they've earned it. So we'll see where it goes from there. But I think that certainly is a quality basketball team to keep your eyes on for sure.
Yeah, and it's a good way to gauge where you're at so far and where you're heading. So, and talking about that, we're going up against Pymatuning Valley tonight. Pretty good team. They've over the past 3 years they've had pretty good luck during their season. Last year they finished around 500, but the year before they were pretty strong. And they started off this year with a pretty impressive win against Lakeside.
Yeah, that was a big game. Yeah, we had a scout there, a couple scouts there actually. They beat Lakeside by over 20 points, which is hard to do anytime for a Division III school going against a Division I school.
Yeah, absolutely.
We have to make sure we have to be able to stop them in transition, and we need to be able to score with them.
I was thinking about the balance too. They've got a good balance, seems like, between the football team and their basketball. Players that are just dedicated more to basketball. They got the Crofton brothers that are on the team this year down there, but a lot of good athletes on that team. What do you look for that they can go on and run the ball and move the ball quickly up and down the court?
They play at an extremely fast pace. We're going to make efforts to take away their fast break tonight. We have to be able to get a quality shot down every time down or draw a foul, because when you turn the ball over and go 2-on-1, this team's going to score it every time. We want to, even if we don't make the shot, we want to take a quality shot so we can get 3 guys back in transition and try to force them to score in the half court.
Tell us a little bit, Tim, about the Spartans this year. You seem to have a big mix between, is it almost half and half between like football players and basketball players that came together to form this squad that you have?
Yeah, roughly. I don't think about it that way all the time, but yeah, I mean, Larry and Zach are two of our starters who are football guys. A couple of guys off the bench are football guys. Certainly I see those guys more than the other guys because I coach in two sports, but we're looking forward to the season. We got a ways to go yet, but I think that during the course of the season, we're going to stick with the process and we're going to stay healthy, hopefully, and we're going to be an improvement during the course of the year.
Yeah, and you had a nice addition on the team this year too from the principals came to Conneaut. Anservitz, is it, or?
Yeah, Ben Anservitz. He's a senior guard. Played for Lakeside the last couple of years, and certainly he led us in scoring with 10 points on Saturday. So we're looking for a good season out of him this year for sure.
Yeah, he was our Dairy Queen player of the game. So we're really excited too, Coach, to really follow the Spartans this year and watch them as they develop and grow as a team, and we're hoping for great things out of the team.
Yep, we're going to take it one game at a time, work to get better each day, and try to be the best team we can be.
Coach, thanks for a couple minutes stopping by and talking. Really appreciate it.
Hey, thank you. No problem. We'll see you tonight.
Absolutely. It's the Chris Breck State Farm Insurance Coaches Show right here on WOW Radio.
Conneaut Spartans basketball on WOW TV, 1360 and WOW 102.9. And always free. Brought to you by our great Spartan sponsors. Conneaut Dairy Queen. Enjoy lunch, dinner, or a delicious treat soon at your Conneaut DQ. Chris Breck State Farm Insurance. Here to help life go right. Conneaut Savings Bank. Come grow with us in Conneaut and Austenburg. University Hospital Conneaut Medical Center. Celebrating 100 years of advancing the science of health and the art of compassion. Conneaut Save-A-Lot Food Store. Not lower quality, just the lowest prices.
And we're live at Garcia Gymnasium. I'm Ben Jarvie alongside Chuck Guglielmo and Billy Ciccatelli. This is another exciting matchup of Conneaut Spartans basketball brought to you by 1360 WOW Sports, 102.9 FM, and WOW TV. And we're looking forward to definitely a really exciting game tonight against a very formidable opponent, the Pymatuning Valley Lakers tonight, coming to town to Conneaut, our local rival just down the road on Route 7. And last week, a little bit of a discussion from last week in Geneva. Lost to them, a very good Geneva Eagles team that came to town last Saturday night. And it was an exciting game. Really started out, Conneaut was very hot, shooting the ball in the first quarter, and we held them in check for the most part. And it was only at half, it was only a 10-point game at half even. And then the third quarter, everything just kind of unfolded for Conneaut with shooting, turnovers, everything defensively. And Barbeau and a couple of other guys, Kosacek, and these guys from Geneva really just opened the game completely up, which ended up not really working out for Conneaut. But, Ben Anservitz was really the guy last week for Conneaut that really started us hot, and we're going to need to lean on him again. One little quick update, though, about Ben Anservitz, who was our DQ player of the game last week with 10 points. About him, since he's a transfer student from Lakeside, he's only allowed to play in one half of the game. He's not allowed to play all four quarters. It's a transfer rule from the OHSAA, so it's unfortunate, but we're going to have to limit his usage at least until January 6th. It's so many games. I believe it's 10 games that he has to play under that rule, and then after that he's allowed to play all four quarters. But between now and then, it's still anyone's guess as to what we can do without him. He's one of our better players definitely this season, but we got a lot of experienced guys, and I'm joined alongside my alongside my old pal Chuck, and it's definitely one thing I was just talking about, Chuck. How you doing, Chuck?
Good.
Good to hear from
How are
you.
you?
Good.
Am I on? I don't hear me.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
How about now? Yeah, that's. Now I can hear.
There you go.
Who were you talking about, Ben?
I was talking about Ben Anservitz.
Yes.
One thing about him is that he's only had to play the first half until January 6th. You were just telling me this. We were just talking about it with Lori. And is it the first half or is it 2 quarters?
It's the half.
Just the first half?
Yes.
Okay. And it's so many games, right? It's 10 games or
I think so. But
yeah.
it's January 6th where he'll be able to go on and play for the
play a complete game.
A complete game.
That'll be really nice to have. But in between now and then, it's really anyone's guess as to who's going to fill that void in the second half, especially when we really need to step up and win games. I was just talking about the Geneva game last week. We actually played a pretty solid first half, and that kind of explains it right there that we were not the same team in the third quarter. And it's not just Ben Anservitz or any other guy out there. It's really our defense kind of let us down. We made a lot of crucial mistakes.
Yes.
A lot of bad mistakes turnover-wise. We couldn't shoot worth a darn in the second half, unfortunately, at least for a while. But we'll see if we can open it up again like we did in that first half last week, because I think we did a really good job at starting out shooting well. And Ben Anservitz really was the guy with having limited time. He had 10 points for us, so he's a key guy for this team, Chuck.
And it's good to see Gavin Hedrick out there warming up, because we had a little concern about him after his skirmish last week.
Yep.
And a note on Pymatuning Valley is they are a solid ball club. They just blew out Lakeside the other day.
Yep, they sure did. 82-59, I believe, was the score.
That's exactly right.
Yep, and I can't believe that, because Lakeside, I think, is a Division II school. They're they have a great program, and they're a big school. And Pymatuning Valley from down south comes up and beats them like that. And we'll see.
Don't you think that makes more of a difference, though, in football as far as the size of the school?
It sure does, for sure. When you got more depth.
I understand in basketball, the bigger the school, you have more players to choose from, but
yeah. But you're usually laying on those same 7 or 8 guys
right,
most of the time.
Right.
Exactly, Chuck. But the one thing I'm definitely, I won't say worried about, but I'm curious about, the Croston brothers from Pymatuning Valley, Ryan and Sean, who are just, Ryan is a sophomore who was the starting quarterback for the Lakers this season. And then Sean Croston actually played a lot as a freshman. So these guys are probably going to play a decent amount for varsity. We'll see exactly how they key in. But one of the key guys definitely is Tyler Britton, a 6'5" center senior. Definitely going to be one of their toughest guys to stop. Brady Tisch, a 6'6" junior. They got a lot of height on this team. That's one thing that Geneva did not have was height. And yet they still imposed a lot of threats for us, Chuck, on the glass, which was surprising. That we couldn't box out and win the rebounding battle against them, despite having a height advantage.
I think the Conneaut Spartans, Ben, and we've seen it the last couple of years, and we saw it on opening night here, they take their shots, they just don't go in, especially for number 24, Gavin Hedrick.
Exactly.
And I think tonight, I really do think tonight, we have to have at least one scorer somewhere between 15 and 20 points tonight.
Exactly.
I don't care who it is, but somebody's got to score 15 to 20.
Someone's going to have to step up big, exactly. And we didn't really see a lot. We saw a balanced attack from a few different guys. One guy I didn't see a lot of last week, which I was talking to my dad about who I want to see come alive tonight, Zach Rice. I got to see him attack on defense and on offense. He seemed a little bit playing more calmly, but really not with that aggressive stroke that he has had in the last couple seasons.
He scored early last week, and then
they tapered
not too
right
much
off.
more. Yeah.
Yep, exactly. But going back to Gavin Hedrick, that's a guy that you just mentioned. Gavin, fortunately, is out there. There he goes. Just
he
a nice
hustles, and he gets his rebounds.
Yep.
Shoots the ball. They just don't go in.
Exactly.
They're not bad shots. They just don't go in.
But if he can do the little things, that's all that we're going to need. If he can do it and he can play all 4 quarters well, I think it's going to be a big difference maker for us if he can play and box out and win the rebound battle that we lost in the second half. Hi, Billy.
Billy bought you some food, huh, Ben?
Oh, thank you, Billy. Thanks for getting my nachos.
Ben's not going to go hungry tonight.
Yeah. What's up? Yeah. You do what you got to do.
You know, next week, Ben, we've got our first road game coming up next Thursday night at Northwestern.
Yeah, exactly.
You and I will be there to call that game.
Yep, exactly. And
the Horizon Science game got moved. I don't know if you're aware of that.
I did know that. I learned it just a bit ago, which is okay. I think we're covering that game.
Yeah, and it got moved to Wednesday the 14th instead of Tuesday the 6th, I believe.
Yep, exactly. So, yep, it was going to be earlier. So our first away game will be this coming week. So that'll be exciting. But it's a local game. It might as well be a home game against our old rival, Northwestern, who we haven't seen in a while since we didn't play them in football. So
the best place ever to broadcast a game.
Exactly, it really is. It's like a football stadium in a basketball gymnasium, and it really is really nice. It's a nice facility. We'd like the home crowd at Northwestern to welcome us with open arms. Hopefully it's a nice clean game where nobody gets hurt or there's no injuries or technicals. One thing I can say is that we play these teams in football, and it's usually a very hard-fought game where both teams are going back and forth, like Pymatuning this year, where we beat them, but it wasn't a blowout, but we did beat them pretty good because we had a good football team this year. I wonder if Pymatuning Valley is going to reciprocate that on the basketball court. That's my only concern, Chuck. Sometimes I see that where there's a little extra energy and a little bit of shoving after the whistle.
Yeah, you kind of get concerned about that. And back to that Northwestern game that we're going to be broadcasting a few days from now. Traditionally, Ben, aren't they always been like a good three-point shooting team?
They've always been very good, yeah.
They burn you with those three-pointers.
Yes, exactly. I forget his name, but
I know who you're talking about. Wasn't it number 1?
Well,
or is it 11?
Killian Cooper was one of the guys, but I don't think he was a shooter. It was
Matt'll know.
Evan. Yeah, my dad will text me.
Who's that guy, Matt?
Evan. Was it Evan or something like that? Eric, Evan, something. I think he set the record for three-point shots.
You think we would know because we called a lot of his shots.
It was about three or 4 years ago now. He was one of the best players for Northwestern.
Northwestern always shoots the three-point ball. Gerard, you know you're going to get a defensive struggle there.
Yeah, exactly. And
Fairview, they're just going to outshoot you.
Sure, Fairview's a great shooting school for sure, and they learn the fundamentals really early. I think, but one thing about Conneaut, I think we can be a better shooting team this year. From what we saw last week in the first quarter, we shot decently. We've been better in the last couple of years at shooting free throws than we ever have. I think there's a lot of things to build on that we haven't had in the last few seasons, but I think we got to just carry it out and keep building upwards instead of tapering off in the second half.
I want to see J.R. Hutchison if he gets more playing time tonight. Yeah. I think he could be one of those big scorers. He scored 5 points last week in very limited play.
Yes, he did. Yes, exactly. He didn't have the ball much, exactly, and he wasn't out there much. But he's going to be one of those guys that shoots outside with efficiency. Chance Loomis, he had a good game last week. You interviewed him, Chuck, with Bob.
He says he's got to get better.
Yep, exactly. I mean, he's still young, but he's trying to be a leader. And I think he's got a really good, solid game that he plays with there. But Ben Anservitz, like I said, he's a transfer student. He's a senior, so he's a pretty good leader. Very smart, well-spoken kid. But just being a first-time student, a first-time player for Conneaut, it's a little tough to lead when no one's ever really seen you play firsthand. So
I want to see Larry Ham. I want to see him get a little bit. I want to see him take more shots.
Yep.
He started the game off with a three-pointer last week and never shot another one the rest of the game.
Yep. Larry Ham's got to open it up quite a bit more for sure, too.
So this is Conneaut's second game here tonight against Pymatuning Valley.
Yep.
And let's see if the Conneaut Spartans can make it competitive or perhaps even come up in the win column tonight.
Going back to TV, though, they're playing at Harding next week. So next Friday they play at Harding. So they're 1-0, obviously. So they've a very good school. They've got a lot of very difficult matchups. Cardinal, Grand Valley, Edgewood, of course, at Jefferson. Edgewood, yep. Maplewood, Badger. Brookfield, yeah. Yep. So a lot of good schools, and they're going to be tested this year. So we're just one stepping stone for them in their journey of trying to win the division. So for us, we got to right the ship from last week and definitely clean up. But there's a lot of things to build upon that we didn't have last year and the last few years that we could possibly start to grow from.
Well, the thing also, too, if you're not going to be a high-scoring team, you better limit those turnovers.
Limit them, exactly.
Because you're giving the other team more and more possessions to widen that gap.
And you can't, exactly, and you can't pass across the court like that. We got stuck with the trap defense full court, and we were passing the ball across from one side of the court to the other, and we got caught several times with that. We've been burned several times in the last few years. We got to just completely limit that from our game as best as possible. I want to see them also follow their shot more often as well. That would be something that they could definitely work from. Shooting these three-point outside shots and not making them is definitely something that has been a little tough to drive home for these guys, for our Spartans.
I know something I wanted to tell you. When I interviewed Tim Talbaka in the basketball preview of the season, because of our officials shortage in Ohio, that we're getting the ones who do the JV game. Most of the time they're going to be doing the varsity game as well. And I said, are you concerned they may be tired for your game? No, he's not concerned about it.
No?
Nope.
I mean,
I would think
probably signed up.
That's a lot of running.
They probably signed up for it, though, you know? I mean, they probably get a little extra, obviously, too.
Oh.
You know, double shift, double,
yeah.
you know,
I've
double
asked
pay.
one of the officials. Yeah, they said if they're going to travel this far, they might as well do both games.
And the driving and the gas money and stuff, I totally get that. Makes sense. For sure. As we're getting set at Garcia Gymnasium, thank you again for joining us.
Big crowd.
You can see the full house, exactly, Chuck, across at the home side and on our visitor section over here. And it's really good to see that with some of these local Ohio matchups, as we were just talking about.
To practice only positive support before, during, and after all contests, including cheers, signs, and vocal encouragement. We hope you enjoy the game and help make it a rewarding experience for all involved. Remember,
thank you for joining us as well. As I said, Ben Jarvie, Chuck Guglielmo, Billy Ciccatelli at Garcia Gymnasium, 1360 WOW Sports, with the second game of the Spartans basketball season.
Please stand. Everyone, remember to remove your hats. And as a special note, veterans and military
remove your hat, Chuck.
uniform may military salute the United States flag for a performance and presentation of the national anthem by Conneaut Middle School
Robbie
students,
Everhart, that's the name.
Middle school and high school students. They are Paige Rogers, Aurelia Cunha, Riley Saronin, Kylie Saronin, Ava Georgia, Michelle Castellano, and Miley Monroe, directed by Conneaut Area City Schools Choir Director, Mr. Austin Blair.
And play ball. So, hey, this is really a lot easier than football. By the way, you can just kind of turn it like this or however, you know, back and forth, just kind of windshield wiper. It's a lot easier than trying to focus in on a play in football. Thanks for your help.
Thank you.
Yeah.
If you need help on coaching too, let me know. You got
Yeah. Yeah, probably. I think AJ's going to come, but I'd take your help.
Please extend a round of applause to tonight's officials. Mr. Green Burka,
There you go.
Mr. Ron Simmer, and Mr. Eric Jensen.
But the name of that Northwestern player, Robbie Everhart.
That's it.
That was my dad came up with it. Yeah.
I knew he would.
Yeah, he does. He knows that stuff. Yep. Britton, number 4, the big guy. Starting for PB. Zach Rice for Conneaut.
For the Lakers, junior number 13, Zane Nesparenko.
There you go, Ben.
Zane Nexorapenko. Oof. Oh, man. Yep. Zane Nexorapenko.
For the Lakers, senior number 23, John Michelle.
Oh, there we go. Nate Costin starting for Conneaut. How about that?
Junior number 15, Chance Loomis.
Chance Loomis, 23 for PV John Marshall.
For the Lakers, senior number 24, Luke Harvey.
Luke Harvey.
For the Spartans, senior number 24, Gavin Hetton.
Good to see him back in that lineup.
Yeah, I mean it's good. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a little shocked that he's out there right away. I thought it'd be a game or two. He might be away from the team, but despite all that, I'm happy that it all was resolved.
Okay, so for Pymatuning, we've got Tyler Britton, Zane Nezemperenko, John Moschel, Luke Harvey, and Blake Kersnerick. And for the Spartans, Zach Rice, Nathan Costin, Chance Loomis, Gavin Hendrick, and Larry Ham.
Yep, not bad, right? And
Chuck Guglielmo along with Ben Jarvie on 1360 WOW, 102.9 FM, and WOW TV.
yeah, and what we were talking about a little bit, every team has a blueprint. Like Northwestern has always had good shooters. Gerard's always played good defense. PV's always had a couple really strong players that attack the basketball and attack the basket. I think it might be Tyler Britton, one of the big guys. Well, we'll see tonight.
Ready to go here on the cable channels as well. This is Chuck Guglielmo watching on cable channels 1024 and 6 and online at ConneautOhio.gov. Larry Ham ready to tap it. He taps it to Hedrick, and we're underway here at Conneaut High School, game 2 of a 22-game regular season schedule.
Yep, goes to Conneaut. Nice fought ball by Ham.
Loomis now has it, given to the corner to Costin, back out to Loomis, open for 3, and misses it off to the right. Hedrick there for the rebound, like he does so well. And now Costin throws it away. Here come the Lakers.
They could have controlled a little better, getting it back out.
Goes a 3-ball by number 4. That's off to the right. Good rebound there by Costin.
Yep. Costin, a nice strong force already out of the gate.
He's shot up in height, hasn't he?
He definitely has. Was quarterback for a little while for the Conneaut Spartans.
No score, just underway here. Conneaut with their second possession of the game. Ham outside the 3-point arc. Almost took one too many steps. Give to Loomis. Loomis drives inside. Now over to the left side to Hedrick. Now into the corner to Rice. Back out to Ham. Ham moves inside. Give to Hedrick. Rice. And that ball going to try to be tracked down by Costin. And coming up with it. Oh, what a nice block by Loomis.
Yeah, nice fought defensive battle by Loomis against number 13. You're doing great, man. Zane Nexparenko. Yeah, that was the guy going up for the layup.
Here goes a shot. And it's good for 3 by number 25, Blake Kersnerick.
That's a scary thought when a 6'6" guy can shoot from 3-point line. Always a bad combination for Conneaut.
Let's see if the Spartans have an answer. Loomis into the corner. Costin will try 3. Short. A rebound by Kersnerick. And now the Lakers have it. Goes another 3-ball. This time it is good by number 23. and that's John Moschel. Similar start that Geneva had last week.
Yep, just hitting open shots, and Conneaut's got to tighten up the defense quite a bit.
We've got a foul on the Lakers.
Yeah, reach in against Britain.
Zach Rice ready to inbound in front of the Lakers bench. Spartans are going right to left on your radio dial. Pass inside is broken up and stolen by number 25, Blake Kersnerick. Now driving to the hole and putting it in is number 13, Zane Nezemperenko. And that's going to prompt Tim Talbaka to take a timeout with 5:44 to play in the first quarter. And the Lakers have scored the first 8 points of the ball game.
Yeah, an 8-0 run starting out with the game. It's pretty impressive, definitely. You kind of wonder which of these guys really is their strongest player. Seems like a lot of them, really. The one guy I'm definitely terrified of right now is Blake Kersnerick, the 6'6" guy that hit the three-point shot. That guy is going to be tough to bottle up all night long for sure.
And what I'm wondering about is who's going to step up for Conneaut here and get in the scoring column. I'm going to try again. 5:44 to play, first quarter. And Conneaut down by 8. Early first quarter action. Lewis with the ball. Now Rice has it. Pitches it back out to Lopes into the corner to Rice. Lost the ball. Scramble forward on the floor, picked up by the Lakers. And good hustle there by Loomis. Saves a turnover, but a traveling violation on the Conneaut Spartans.
Yep, and 3 turnovers in the span of a few seconds, but Chance Loomis definitely traveled a little bit there, just trying to take the ball back. Hard fought by him. He's playing real tough to start the game right out.
Britain holding the ball, being guarded by Ham. Here goes another shot. That one's no good by Nezemperenko. But the Lakers get it back, and Conneaut takes it back. Here comes Loomis, 2-on-1. Underneath, Rice, good, and a foul.
And a foul. That was a nice play by Zach Rice. Good pass by Chance. And Zach knew he was going to get leveled, but he hung in there like the football player that he is, taking the tackle.
And every time he hits the deck, you worry about that ankle, don't you?
I know, exactly. I was surprised he came out and started the first game of the year, but good for him.
Rice will try to cap off a three-point play. He's 4 for 4 at the line this year, and he missed that one. But the Spartans are on the board. They're down 6. Here come the Lakers. Top of the circle, 3 ball. Good by the guy you're afraid of there, Ben. Blake Kersnerick.
Yeah.
His second triple of the game.
Yep. Did not think he was going to be the major threat of this team, but certainly looking like he is.
Rice in the paint, up for the shot.
Oh.
It will not go in. That is the story of the Spartans.
That was like a Marcus Owens drive. Really was too strong, couldn't quite fall in.
That should be Conneaut ball, but they're going to give it to the Lakers. Way out. Here goes a 3 ball at the top of the circle, but again,
Britton.
Tyler Britton.
And he played that one real smoothly and found himself wide open. A little too easy for Pymatuning.
14-2 lead. Lakers hitting the 3 ball. That's been the story. Here's another turnover, but the Lakers give it right back.
And another almost turnover there. Got to be careful. 14-2 starting out.
Left here in the first quarter. And Costin has it. Inside to Rice. And a turnover.
Yeah, stolen away by Lakers. The passing so far tonight by Conneaut has been nothing short of
There's
sloppy.
A turnover by the Lakers. And Rice puts it in for 2.
And a nice soft layup by Zach. Exactly what he needed.
But the Lakers come right back and miss the easy one. Larry Ham has it for Conneaut. Back out to Rice. Give to Loomis. Loomis back to Rice. Costin going to try a 3. Got it!
Nice shot, Nate Costin. That's what the doctor ordered. And just like that, we close the gap to 7.
Got a football score up there, 14-7.
Yep.
Pass inside, missed it again, and Laker ball.
Yeah, that could have been an easy 2, but good defense by Chance Loomis. What's that? No, we're right in there, exactly, Billy. And
Another
easy
3 ball.
Yeah, by Britton.
Finally missed one, didn't they?
Yeah, Caden Farley in. He gets the rebound.
Oh, bad pass.
And JR in as well.
And missing again. Lakers starting to miss for a change. Into the corner goes another 3 ball. That one is missed too. Rebound Loomis. That's what we need, some stops, but we need to capitalize. Loomis up. It is no good. Rebound JR. It goes in.
JR Hutchison. Nice second effort by JR, and that gets us within 5. Conneaut fighting back.
From 12-point deficit down to 5. 2:24 to play. Nezenparenko up with a shot, 15-25, and that's at Blake Kersnersic. He's got 8. And back we go the other way.
Oh, it's almost a little too easy against Caden Farley, the shorter guy.
Rice underneath, and it goes right through the hands of Larry Ham.
These guys are fighting really tough so far. Want to apologize as well for any technical difficulties you're dealing with on the radio. We had a little mix-up as far as what was going on in the studio, but we've resolved that, so thank you for sticking with us. With that, it's 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Conneaut trailing 16-9 against the Lakers.
And the Lakers have possession of the ball. Number 11 into the game, that's Trevor Kloot. Pass inside. Number 24 puts it up and in, that's Luke Harvey.
Wow.
And the Lakers are back to a 9-point lead again, 18-9.
Yeah, because Narek, definitely one of the key guys for the Lakers. We're keying in on him, and he's passing the ball really well.
Corner bomb by Loomis is good for 3.
Yep.
Chance Loomis. And the Spartans down 18-12. Shot missed. Here comes Loomis with a rebound. Fast-paced action, and Lewis took too many steps.
Yep. He was just trying to draw the foul by marching in there, but it looked like it was already a travel at that point. Right. You tell him. You tell him, Billy.
18 to go. Billy getting on the officials already?
Oh, yeah.
Billy, we're not even out of the first quarter yet. Okay. Lakers with the ball. Pass inside. Here's number 24 up with a shot. Good for 2. And that is Luke Harvey. He's got 4. Under a minute to play, first quarter, 20-12. Lakers by 8. They led by as many as 12. Ben Anservitz now into the game. Anservitz into the paint, out into the corner. Costin's 3-pointer. Went in and came right back out.
Costin looking like he's a pretty good outside shooter, but that one just deflects right out.
Uh-oh. There he goes with another 3. Missed that one, but the rebound back up. No good rebound. J.R. Hutchison. Give to Anservitz. Anservitz. Pass broken up. What do we got now? Whistle and a foul on the Spartans.
Yep. I think that was on Anservitz going up for the board. Non-shooting foul, so that'll go to Pymatuning. Ooh, that was a turnover anyway. I'm sorry, Larry Ham was the one called for that. So with that, he actually checks out of the game. And back comes Gavin Hedrick.
Seconds remaining here. And the Lakers with the ball. I thought he walked, but they didn't call it.
I know.
And the Lakers get it back again. Here goes a little baseline jumper by number 4. And that is Tyler Britton. He has 5 points.
And Pymatuning's really good at the little stuff.
Rice buries a 3.
And
at the buzzer.
That ends the first quarter on a high note with a 3-pointer, bringing it 25-15. Conneaut just trailing 10, fighting back their way in. We'll take this break timeout. Stick around for second quarter action on 1360 WOW Sports. Billy said the same thing, that they missed the walk, the travel. Yeah, so, but that's hush hush.
No question about that.
Yeah. He's having a good time up there.
It's 22-15. Pymatuning Valley in the lead. They have the ball to start quarter number 2. So pretty high scoring first quarter here tonight, just like it was last week. There's a shot up, no good. Rebound out of bounds. Conneaut gets it back. Boy, the 3 3-point shots for Conneaut, that helped a little bit in the first quarter, didn't it?
Exactly, yep. And I noticed too, they actually they took 3 off for Pymatuning. I think they made a mistake. That's what it was. So 22-15 after the first quarter. They gave the 3 to the wrong team.
Anservitz puts it up and in.
Nice finger roll and a floater for Anservitz.
22-17. Back the other way, no good. He's going to go back up with it again, and this time high off the glass. Tyler Britton has 7.
That was impressive how high that one went, and it still went in.
Yeah, it looks like Conneaut just may have to keep scoring to keep pace in this one, the way they're shooting the ball. Anservitz moving along the baseline, has the ball taken away from him. Here come the Lakers. Taken away. Here comes Larry Ham. Larry Ham on the drive, and the ball got stuck. Should count for a 1 point, shouldn't it, Ben?
Yeah, it probably should have. My goodness. But Larry's going to line for 2. Good steal by Ben Anservitz. That was a good play by him.
Yes,
Heads
Larry Ham will go to the line for 2 shots. Come on, Larry, let's see if you can get him in there. First one is up. It is. Thought that one might get a little lucky and roll in.
Yeah, that steal of a deal brought to you by your Conneaut Save-A-Lot food store. Not lower quality, just the lowest prices. Check out your local flyer this weekend. T-bone steaks and chicken breast, all-time low prices.
Ham missed them both, so it stays 24-17. And the Lakers come back as they go on offense here. 23 driving to the hole. Blocked. It'll still be with the Lakers.
Conneaut playing really good heads-up defense. Definitely down in the paint. A nice block by Nate Costin.
Lakers to inbound. There goes a corner bomb. No good. Back up by the guy you're afraid of, Ben, Blake Kersnerith. He's now got 10 first half points.
A 10 of 26 for PV. That's already what you need to know there.
All right, Loomis has it. Goes up with a medium range jumper. In and out. That's what I'm talking about. They're good shots.
They're good shots. He didn't follow his shot. He probably should have, but it looked really good, yes.
So the Lakers go back on the attack. Here goes 25 with another 3. No good. A rebound. Chance Loomis. Loomis coming back the other way. Loomis in the lane, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line for 2 shots.
Yep, number 4 with the hold, and Chance just trying to be aggressive with the ball and just trying to get to the basket. I think he's got the right idea since none of his shots are dropping tonight.
Conneaut made 8 of 12 free throws the other night. So far tonight, though, 0 for 3. Got to make these short.
Man, oh man. This foul shot brought to you by University Hospital Conneaut Medical Center, advancing the science of health and the art of compassion for over 100 years. Stop in this weekend if you need any advice or any health medicine questions.
Loomis again missed it. They have not hit a free throw. Ball loose on the floor. Lakers get it back. Oh man, we needed those free throws.
Yeah, 0 for 5 tonight, Chuck. That's a sore spot for us.
That's not good. Foul on Ham, Larry Ham.
Oh boy.
His second. So the Lakers will inbound. It'll be John Moschel to inbound the ball. Early second quarter action. Ball poked up in the air, underneath. Now out for three is number 23, and he buries it.
That was really good passing by Pymatuning.
John Moschel with 6.
Conneaut had great defense all the way around, but that great Princeton offense passing the ball inside and out, and it really paid off for the Lakers.
Lakers matched their biggest lead of the game. There's a turnover. Larry Ham fighting for it. And Lakers win the battle. Inside now, out to number 13.
Somehow they hung on to that ball. I have no idea how they kept possession.
Got a referee standing right in my way here. 5 minutes to go. Lakers with a 29-17 lead. Larry Ham on 25 and 25. Kersnarczyk puts it in. He's got 12 points. And now the Lakers have their largest lead of the night, 31-17. Anservitz turns, shoots it out to Costin. He'll try another three. Missed it. Gets his own rebound. Under the Ham. Put it up. Put it in.
And Costin almost started walking away, but he hung in there and got his own rebound. That's what Conneaut needs to do tonight.
31-19 is their score. Lakers have the lead. Up with a shot. No good by Luke Harvey. Foul called.
Thought it might have been a travel, but no, they're going to call blocking against Costin.
Luke Harvey will go to the line for 2 shots.
Yeah, just to remind you, this, well, before the shot.
Harvey's first free throw up and in.
Just to remind you, of course, these savings by Conneaut, brought to you by Conneaut Savings Bank. Stop and ask about online and mobile banking in Conneaut and Austinburg. CSB will make your life easier.
Harvey ready to go again, and this time he misses. And Costin comes up with a rebound. Give to Loomis. Into the corner to Rice. Back out to Loomis. Moves inside, up with a shot. Too hard. Rebound. Controlled by the Lakers. Underneath, 25, up and in. Kersnarczyk, he's got 14 first half points.
Yeah, very impressive inside and out. Really, a guy with that height, we have no answer for him right now.
It's like Steve Barbell's all the way back here again. There's a stolen ball, and driving and missing that shot, and the Conneaut Spartans get it back. Missing the shot was Nezen Parenko. And another turnover.
JR just tried to fish it out to Costin, and he missed the layup.
There's a break. Timeout, Conneaut.
Conneaut calls a timeout
with
wisely.
3:28 to play in the second quarter. It's Pymatuning Valley 34, Conneaut 19.
There's a lot of things Conneaut needs to talk about right now, but passing's definitely one of them. At least they got the ball back in a nice break on that layup, Chuck. Thank God. Mind you, of course, that coming up after the end of this quarter, the halftime recap brought to you by Conneaut Save-A-Lot Food Store. Not lower quality, just the lowest prices. Your inflation-fighting store has the best prices around. T-bone steaks, $3.99. Skinless chicken breast, $2.49. Round roast, $3.49. Pepsi 12 packs, $14 for 3 till Saturday. Got to check them out. And, of course, your Dairy Queen player of the game after the end of the game as well, brought to you by Conneaut Dairy Queen. The Candy Cane Blizzard out now for December. Check them out. And, of course, your Brazier menu is always a great choice.
Nathan Costin will inbound for the Conneaut Spartans. And they slow it down a little bit now. Give to Rice. Back out to Loomis. Over to Larry Ham on the right side. Larry Ham way over to J.R. Hutchison. J.R. Hutchison underneath Costin. Oh, he missed the shot. Gets his own rebound. Wow. Rice open for 3. Missed it. Rebound Lakers. Tyler Britton with a rebound.
Nathan Costin, though, I got to give him a big ton of credit tonight. He's fighting really hard to try to get those rebounds.
And he's getting a bunch. All the way to the hole, rolling her off the rim. And here come the Spartans. Loomis, medium range jumper, too hard. My goodness, Rice with a rebound. back up, no good.
Man, oh man. Nice fight by Zach Rice, but couldn't quite get it done. And PV now, they're playing sloppy, dropping the ball all over the place.
Yeah, but I think, are they giving it to Conneaut?
No, that's going back to PV.
Back to the Lakers.
Yeah, but PV's not passing the ball nearly as cleanly as they were, fortunately for us. The score is still 34-19 with 2:29 left in the first half.
Pass underneath and saved in the corner. Here goes another 3-ball, or he moves inside now, shoots no good. Nice big rebound there for Chance Loomis. All the way underneath to Anservitz. Out to Ham, he'll try a 3, bang!
And that gets him back into a 22-34. Good passing.
5 points for Larry Ham. 2 minutes to play in the half. Underneath. And Conneaut Loomis hustles, drives, scores!
Nice fight by Chance Loomis, hustling down.
Loomis with 5, and the Conneaut Spartans now trail 34-24. Maybe he can get it to 9 with a free throw, which we haven't made here tonight.
Yep.
Loomis. Boy, Loomis really hustled for that 2-pointer, didn't he?
Yes, he sure did.
And they missed another free throw. Oh, for 6. Loomis with a rebound, and the ball is loose, picked up by PV. On the drive, number 23 misses.
Oh.
PV gets it back. Number 10 is up and in. Number 10 is Seth Byron.
Yep.
His first 2.
Making life hard, though, at least, trying to fight their way in there.
Anservitz underneath. Look at Hedrick up, and he can't get that shot to go. He just cannot get the shot to go.
It's a 3-on-1, though. I mean, I wouldn't hope for much on that one, really. They needed more help outside.
On the drive, no good, but a foul is called. Conneaut makes a little run, and then the Lakers stretch it out again.
Yep, and you know what? They're really good at keeping it close in the first half, and then in the second half, they got to just remember what they've learned so far and hang on to that.
Be a 6-point game if you hit your 6 free throws.
Yep, exactly.
At the line, Nezenkarenko.
Yep. That was short.
He missed that one.
It hit actually low on the rim, so wasn't even close. No, exactly, Billy. We're really playing well. It's just a matter of bringing it all together, and like Chuck said, it's a 6-point game if we made all of our free throws.
So Lakers just made 2 to help out a little bit, but they get the ball back.
And that's not good either. Number 11, a down low pass.
That's good. Turnover.
That's what's helping us right now is that Pymatuning is not passing the ball well right now in this quarter.
Yeah, you mentioned that about getting a little sloppy with the ball. And under a minute to play now here in the half. Let's see if the Spartans can keep the Lakers off the board in this final minute and get a couple baskets of their own, make things even more interesting.
Yep.
Anservitz inside to Ham. Ham turns, shoots, and it bounces off the iron. Rebound Lakers. Up with a shot, no good. Rebound Larry Ham, falls down and gets hit in the face, and we got a foul on the Lakers.
He got knocked right in the nose. Hope he's all right. But Conneaut will maintain possession.
Here come the Lakers, or the Spartans, I should
What's
say.
that?
Costin over to Rice.
I don't have one.
Out to Loomis. 24 seconds to play in the half. Loomis out to Ham. He'll try another 3. Got another one!
Larry Ham, he's hot right now from three-point line with just a few seconds left to go in the half.
2 3-point baskets for Larry Ham in the last couple of minutes. Makes it a 36-27 game. PV with a last chance here. Wide open for 3. Missed it. And that makes us at halftime with a score. The Lakers 36, the Spartans 27.
We'll take this brief timeout, but then come back for the halftime recap on 1360 WOW Sports.
We have a couple of things to do first. We have a
And we're back at Garcia Gymnasium, and it's 36-27, Conneaut Spartans. We're crawling back into it, but it's still really anyone's guess and anyone's game so far tonight, Chuck. But you know what, though? Chance Loomis really came alive there in that second quarter. Larry Ham, too.
Larry Ham, 2 big three-point baskets in that last minute and a half or so. And he's their leading scorer. He's got 8. Zach Rice, again, scored early. 7 points, but haven't heard from him lately.
Yeah.
And as you mentioned, Chance Loomis has 5. Nathan Costin has 3 points, but he's been effective on the boards. And then 2 points each from Ben Anservitz, who played limited action, and J.R. Hutchison. For the Lakers, the guy you're afraid of, that Blake Kersnerick, has 14 points. And then everybody else pretty bunched up. Tyler Britton with 7, John Moschel with 6, 5 for Luke Harvey, and 2 each for Seth Byron and Zane Nazemperenko.
Exactly. And he was a thorn in our side, definitely early especially. But for Conneaut, definitely like we mentioned, Larry Ham really lighting it up with 2 threes in that second quarter. Chance Loomis fighting for every single basket he can get and steal, every single steal he can grab. And definitely Nate Costin has been surprising me tonight. He started, and he's really been playing really intense all game so far. Just need to hold that intensity up really high in the second half.
This could be, Ben, if you really look at it, this could be a 3-point game if we made 6 of those free throws, or even if we made half of them.
It'd be a 6-point game, and we'd be talking something else here. 9 points, though, we're actually, I feel like we should be farther away than we are,
3 possessions.
which is good. Yeah.
3 threes away. We've hit 5 threes. That's uncharacteristic.
And the momentum is all with us, I'd say, right now, too. It seemed like Pymatuning was passing the ball really poorly in that second half compared to the first.
I'd like to see them come out hot to start that third quarter. That could give them confidence.
Exactly. Oh, and if you're just joining us, by the way, thank you for tuning in to our Conneaut Save-A-Lot halftime recap brought to you by Conneaut Save-A-Lot Food Store. Not lower quality, just the lowest prices. And of course we definitely we just recapped a little bit of what's going on as far as the game itself. But I think, of course, we're still right there in it. You know, one player I haven't seen at all who played a lot last week, I'm really surprised, Max Gleason.
Max Gleason, Noah Ham too.
Noah Ham hasn't played at all.
Seen him,
but Noah Ham plays in JV, so I feel like you gotta give him a break at least the first half of varsity. But Max hasn't played at all so far tonight.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, J.R. Hutchison has played a little bit, and he's been involved in some plays, but not as much as I would like. Really, anyone else other than that, I'm not sure if I'm surprised.
As you would think, when you look at Conneaut's scoring tonight, the senior Zach Rice carried you in the early going, and another senior, Larry Ham, kind of kept you into the game later in that first half too.
Yeah, for sure.
So 2 seniors. So when they say seniors are leaders, they're absolutely correct.
They are correct indeed. And
but the free throw shooting is going to have to change in the second half, because they can make a difference in close ball games.
Yep.
Now, the Lakers have missed some too, but they've also made some.
Exactly. Yep. They got to be careful with that for sure. But they're a very good shooting team for sure, no doubt about it.
You know, looking at last week's game here, I think I have that somewhere. Yes. The Conneaut Spartans were led by Ben Anservitz, our Dairy Queen player of the game. He had 10 points. Both Zach Rice and Chance Loomis had 9. And Larry Ham had 6. He's already topped that with 8 right now.
Yep.
And you had 5 points from J.R. Hutchison and 2 points from Nathan Costin.
Yep.
And they hit 3 triples in that game. They already have 5 tonight.
Yep.
And they scored 23 points at halftime of that game last Friday, and they've increased that by 4.
Exactly. So
defensively about the same. They gave up 34, and they're now giving up 36.
36, and you know, it's hard to say which team was better. We held the Geneva in check for the most part last week in the first half, but Barbo and Kosacek and some of those guys, they were outstanding players.
Yeah,
so.
I think PV might be a better 3-point shooting team than Geneva. Geneva may drive to the hole a little bit better.
Yep, exactly. Good point about that one. Looking ahead, of course, at the schedule as well, too. As we mentioned, obviously, Northwestern on Thursday. So we're definitely looking forward to that game. And then, of course, coming up after that, Horizon Science Academy. So we're looking forward to a couple really exciting games here close by, not at home necessarily, but just in the area. So we'll be joining you for those as well on 1360 WOW Sports. But this has been our Conneaut Save-A-Lot halftime recap. We'll take this brief time out and then come back for some scores around the league right after this brief message.
That Wildcats game the Thursday night, right?
Yeah, Thursday the 8th.
Is that a 6 o'clock start?
I think so.
I think when we play Pennsylvania, there's 6 o'clock starts. JV,
yes.
6 o'clock? Yeah.
6 JV.
Yeah.
Yep. And then the Fairport, I forgot to mention Fairport Harbor that Saturday.
We're not doing that one,
No, we're not going to cover it, but
right.
It's that Saturday, and then Horizon on Wednesday.
We got that one.
That's going to be a little tough for me to make because
the Wednesday?
It's here.
Oh,
but
that's a 4:30
That's
start.
a 4:30 on a Wednesday, and I work in Lawrence Park, you know.
I wonder if your dad didn't realize it was a 4:30 start.
No, I just, I mean, it's
that
home. At least it's home.
That
but
will be tough for you because you're looking at a 6 o'clock varsity start.
Yeah, I'll be here, but I'll probably be just setting up in time, you know. So
hopefully we'll have our brand new table by then.
Well, that's what I mean. I have a table. Maybe I can bring it if not. But
is that the same table that I fell down the bleachers when we were at St. John?
Yes. So it's a really sturdy table.
I forgot to tell you, Bob and I were doing a baseball game last spring. I broke the camera because a foul ball was coming right for my head. I forgot this was hooked to me, and the whole camera went.
You pulled it. You pulled the It was like a dog on the leash, just yanked the whole thing.
So you tell me, it was either the camera that was going to get injured or I was going to get injured. I was not going to get injured.
You were going to make sure it was the camera. You were making sure of it. And we're back at Garcia Gymnasium. And thank you for joining us, Ben Jarvie and Chuck Guglielmo. Some scores around the league as well. The big game for football tonight.
Oh, the St. Ed's game.
South Range and Ironton, I was going to say.
Yeah.
That's a big one because they're two really undefeated schools that have been wrecking crews
Well,
this
for
year.
us people here in Conneaut, we're interested in St. Ed's because of our Bradley Eaton transfer.
Good point.
Got anything on them?
I will look that one up.
That was a 7:30 start.
Yeah, so it'll be pretty early, pretty premature in the game. South Range, though, beat Ironton tonight 53-27. So that was an early game, I guess. So
yeah, it was a day game.
That was a day game.
Yeah.
Okay, that's strange on a Friday, but so that one's already decided. I didn't know that. So Pymatuning Valley against the Maplewood girls yesterday beat them. PV won 67-17, and Hickory beat Beaver. They're beating them in basketball. And that's about it. Norwayne leading Waynedale 39-30. Perry beating Chagrin Falls so far 24-18.
All right, we're ready to start quarter number 3 here. Conneaut down 36-27. They'll get first crack. And let's see if the Spartans can get off to a hot start here in the third quarter. Loomis has the ball. Just underway here. Rice now at top of the circle, give to Ham. Ham give to Loomis. Loomis dribbling out front. Loomis moves inside a little bit. Spins, turns, shoots, hits! Loomis with 7. And now it's a 36-29 game. Back the other way, no good, but a foul.
Man, was that a block or did he just shoot it?
Foul.
I think he got fouled and hit up against the glass. Yep.
Going to the line will be Seth Bryan. He has 2 points tonight. Martin's back to within 7. Bryan shoots. Good. Bryan ready for his second one. And no good. Rebound, Loomis.
And that's good fight in that rebound for sure.
8-point lead. Loomis. Give to Ham. He'll try another 3. Short this time. Rebound, Lakers.
Chance Loomis trying to get another steal.
Pass inside underneath. No good. But the Lakers get another crack. No good. Rebound, Loomis. He comes up with it. And baseline jumper, Larry Ham over the iron. No good. Rebound, Lakers.
Yeah, Chance Loomis was trying to fight his way in. Maybe
Byron.
could have got called for
No
travel.
good. Rebound, loose on the floor. Lakers get it back. And a foul on the Spartans. I think they got Larry Ham, and if they did, it's his 3rd.
Probably did. Or Gavin. That was Gavin.
They got Hedrick, thank
Yeah.
goodness.
Yeah, that's a second though. So they're racking them up now early in this quarter.
At the line, Zane Nazemperenko shoots.
He's a good shooter for sure. I can see his technique is very strong. Yeah.
Again, Nazemperenko ready to go to work.
And then Saturday.
And missed that one. Rebound. Oh, the Lakers get it back. Shot is up, no good. Rebound.
Oh.
Who put that in, Ben? I couldn't see.
That was 13.
13?
Yeah, that was Nazemperenko.
Well, he's got 5. And it's an 11-point lead. Timeout, Spartans. 40-29, Lakers.
Just to answer your question about St. Ed's, they're losing in the first quarter, 7-zip to Springfield. I don't know where Springfield's from, but yeah, It's early, but it's 7-0. Here, aim it over here. St. Ed's. Yeah. Football playoffs, yeah. So this timeout from Conneaut was pretty smart. This one brought to you by Chris Breck State Farm Insurance. Consider bundling your coverage and saving money. Call 593-1191. Chris Breck State Farm Insurance, here to help life go right.
.6:40 to play as we play back in here. Lakers by 11. Conneaut did get it down to 7.
Nice
Loomis
pass.
underneath, and we'll have a foul on the Lakers.
Nice pass by Nate Costin, getting it down low on the backdoor cut from Chance.
Loomis will go to the line for 2 shots. Here we go, Ben.
We'll just see if we capitalize. This is really where games are won right here,
We've
right?
not hit one tonight.
That's a tough night for sure. And
Still haven't. And
Wells
he's not
run-
happy about it.
the wells run dry on free throws tonight, Chuck.
0 for 5, Loomis himself. Again. Got one to go.
And that's a 10-point game now, 40-30. Pymatuning in the lead with 6:20 in the third.
Loomis with 8 points. Missing the shot. Rebound, Loomis. Over to Rice. Give to Ham. Ham baseline jumper. No good.
Oh.
Rebound. Hedrick then lost it. Oh, he traveled, didn't he? Rebound,
might have.
Costin.
Oh,
Oh.
he gave it away and then reached in for the foul. Got to hang on to it. You can't give it away like that.
10-point game here. Still anybody's game here. Conneaut just needs to get hot and quit turning it over. Underneath, good defense by Ham. And what defense by Ham? Loose on the floor, back up by the Lakers, and it goes in for number 10, Seth Ryan. He's got 5. 42-30. All right, Rice has it for Conneaut, over to Loomis, give to Costin. Costin over to Ham. Ham over to Loomis, top of the circle, give to Rice on the left side, back to Loomis, back to Costin.
We're passing it a little bit better now.
PV a little bit in the zone here. Hedrick, oh, he threw it away.
As I
But
said
Rice
that-
saves it. And now it's loose right through the legs of Ham on the drive. And we got a foul on Hedrick. Or did they get Loomis?
No, they got Zach Rice. I'm not sure how. He just
Loomis
jumped
acting
up.
like it was on him.
I think they called it on Zach on jumping up. They called a push.
Only his first.
But I don't get that, though. And they've already got 4 team fouls so far.
Underneath. Stolen somehow by Loomis.
Yep, trying to inbound it.
Rice. Ham. Another turnover. Driving and scoring, number 25, Blake Kersnerick. He's got 16 points and another timeout.
I mean,
4:57 to play, 44-30, Lakers by 14.
He's impressive. I got to say that Kersnerick is really impressive, being able to play like the point guard position at 6'6" and take it all the way down and score like that. But remind you, of course, about our Dairy Queen Player of the Game at the end. Chuck and I are going to have to come up with our best pick tonight, and that award brought to you by none other than your local Conneaut Dairy Queen. Your Blizzard of the Month, of course, is Candy Cane Chill and Frosted Sugar Cookie. Also enjoy the chicken strip basket or get your gift cards as well. And the Stackhouse Burger is always available. Great for the mailman or anybody. Of course, and remember your ice cream cakes as well for birthdays and holidays.
I love Frosted Sugar Cookies.
Well, they got the sugar cookie blizzard.
Sometimes
available.
people can eat a whole package of those, Ben.
Yes, sometimes. Are you talking about anyone specific?
I'm not going to mention any names, but you might be hearing his voice on the radio.
You might be anytime soon. Yeah.
But no names, please.
Hey, it's okay. You know what? That's what January's for Making New Year's resolutions, trying to lose that extra 10 pounds you gained for the holidays.
February, March, April, May, June,
you give it all back up again. That's it. It's the gyms really, they make their quota in January alone, you know? Yeah, really they do, I feel like.
It says serving size, 1 or 2. I thought it said package.
Package, yeah, one
but
package.
It said each.
Each, dang it.
All right, Conneaut. Chance Loomis with the ball, up with a jumper. It goes in. I didn't think that had a chance to go in.
It looked like it had good form. He was fading away. Good shot, but that was a long 2.
10 points for Loomis. That matches Anservitz, who had 10 points last week.
Nice block by Larry against Britton, who's probably about the same height, but definitely a little bit stockier.
44-32. Lakers on offense here. Up with a shot, no good. Rebound, Hedrick fights for it, can't get it. Costin fouls.
Yeah, it was a hard collision. Yeah, Costin definitely got called for that.
Going to be a shooting foul.
I got to say the best thing about that play, though, was Gavin Hedrick fighting good coverage defense against Kasparek and denying him the 2 easy points. But unfortunately, we couldn't capitalize on the rebound.
Free throw is good.
Seeing the difference between us and them is that they're not missing these shots.
Yeah.
I mean, for the most part.
Yep.
We are.
We made 1 tonight. 1.
That hurts, Chuck.
Out of 9.
That really burns.
Ow.
Yeah.
Again, good. 9 points for Tyler Britton. 46 for the Lakers, 32 for the Spartans. Loomis with the basketball. 4 minutes, coming up on 4 minutes to go in third quarter. Ham, way out to Costin, ball intercepted. Here goes Britton, missed the shot, foul on Loomis.
Yep. And Loomis was not giving him that easy, too, so props to him. But he took a pounding down there at the far end, Chuck. I mean, he's laid flat out. He's right back up, though. He's resilient.
Britton, who just made 2 free throws about 10 seconds ago, is there again. They're stretching their lead, Ben, at the line. There's 10 for Britton.
Yep. That foul, though, brought to you by University Hospital, Conneaut Medical Center, advancing the science of health and the art of compassion for over 100 years.
Britton again. Good again. He's got 11. And Spartans, with under 4 minutes to play, trail 48-32.
The lead is slowly slipping away.
Somebody's going to have to start shooting.
Yeah.
It's too much passing. That's what's causing these turnovers. Somebody's got to shoot.
Oh,
there's the turnover.
Yep. And the turnover again because we won't shoot the ball. Oh, and he got
traveling
called for
that
traveling.
time.
Yep. And, yeah, that was pretty sloppy for the Laker player. That was number 11, Trevor Klute.
When you're down so many points, you got to shoot the ball. If it doesn't go in, well, it doesn't go in. You can't say you didn't try to put it in.
Yep, exactly.
All right, here we go. See, here's Anservitz out here in the second half.
Yep, exactly. So I think what they did is they saved him in the first quarter.
Loomis misses that long bomb, but that's okay. He shot the ball.
Yes.
Underneath. Britton shoots it up. No, should be a charge, shouldn't it?
They got him on a charge, yep. Gavin draws the charge. Nice play by Gavin.
Timeout, Lakers, I think.
But I think to answer your question, though, about Anservitz, he didn't play much in the first quarter. It must be some form of minutes.
Yeah.
So I think they're saving him a little bit more. That's a good thing.
Yes, that is a very good thing. All right, Rice, top of the key out to Anservitz. Anservitz moves inside, falls down.
Yep, he was trying to drive in, but lost his footing. And back out to Moskell.
Misses the shot. Loose on the floor. Loomis fights for it, can't get there. 12 shoots it up. No. Rebound Loomis this time. Loomis on the drive, missed the shot. Kind of a fancy move there by Chance Loomis.
Yeah, and he knew, I think, that 25 was closing in and knew a block was potential.
Oh, Lord, here we go again.
Yeah, he's at the line now, which is, usually is a good thing, Chuck, but tonight it hasn't really paid off any dividends for us.
Well, guess what? He's making 2 right here.
Here we go. This is where things
First one is
come
up.
alive. Oh,
Well,
it's squeezed out like a lemon, Chuck. I can't, that was, they, like you said, every shot, it looks good, but it just doesn't quite go in.
glad you didn't take me up on that on Sport DraftKings. Missed them both. Oh,
and
my
that
goodness.
one, too, same thing. I lipped out.
Oh. Just atrocious free throw shooting.
The game is still, there we broke the scoring
Up
drought.
and in by 13. Zach Nezenparenko, he's got 7. And it's now an 18-point lead for the Lakers.
Okay.
Loomis, another turnover. Oh, this passing. Driving and scoring is John Moschel. He has 8. That's a 20-point game. Tim wants another timeout.
Yep. And 6-3, the foul differential, obviously in favor of Pymatuning. 52-32 with 1 minute left to go in the third quarter. Chuck definitely seeming like it's starting to slip away here with 20 points out now, but not sure what else we got to do, but we're passing the ball, like you said. No one's shooting any shots right now. Chance is attacking the basket, and he's not getting a lot of makes, but he's getting the free throws, but he's not making any of them.
I don't know if I've ever seen a 1 for 11 at the free throw line. Have you? I've been watching high school since I'm sure it's happened, but I don't remember it.
Been a while since we've done that, I'll say that.
Man.
But we probably have in the last few years. Hard to say.
(52-32). PV on top comfortably now. Late here in the third. Only a 5-point quarter for the Conneaut Spartans.
Noah Ham in now. Haven't seen him really much tonight.
So the Ham bros are out there, huh?
Yep.
Loomis, give to Larry Ham.
Oh.
Another whistle. This time going to call the Lakers.
And that's good. That's adding another non-shooting foul to it. So moving Conneaut up to 4, that magic number.
Noah Ham will inbound. Going to be interesting to see Noah on that football field next year a little bit more.
Yep, exactly.
Baseline jumper by Larry is no good. Hedrick saves it. He goes up. He'll hit the deck, and he'll go to the line for 2 shots.
Yep, and Gavin's going to go shooting. We'll see him tonight. I don't think he shot any tonight. We'll see.
Might see him at the grocery store packing my bag.
Oh,
Maybe
is
I'll
he?
have to have a little talk with him.
At Golden Dawn?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, you tell him. You tell him what's up. You ask him a little bit about last week's game and see what's going on.
Yeah.
Tell him to clean it up.
Let's see if he can hit a free throw. Absolutely he can. How about that?
It wasn't the best looking shot, but he makes it.
His first point of the night. Can he make another?
That free throw brought to you by Conneaut Savings Bank. Stop and ask about online and mobile banking. CSB in Conneaut and in Austinburg.
And he made them both. Hallelujah. How about that?
How about that?
Lakers up by 18, 52-34 as we wind down this third quarter. Jumping all over the place, number 24. And back up by number 10, Tyler Britton. He's got 13.
And Larry got hit, actually, with the deflection of the ball from his own player, his own teammate, and went back to PV, and an unfortunate 2 for them.
Ball up in the air. Lakers get it. All alone is Nezenparenko, and he puts it in for 2. He's got 9. 1 minute to play, third quarter. Loomis puts it in. Loomis with 12.
Are they?
56-36, and he'll try for the three-point play.
Yeah, they called it the basket in, and then he's shooting. I'm not sure about that, but
Loomis will try for the free throw. It's up, and he got that one to go.
okay. Yep. So a three-point play by Chance Loomis. He's really playing well tonight.
13 points for Chance Loomis. Under a minute to play, third quarter. Ben Jarvie, Chuck Guglielmo with you here. Up and in by number 24, Luke Harvey. He's got 7. Very similar game here, Ben, to last week. Anservitz up with a shot. It goes in, and a foul to go with it.
Nice.
Anservitz has 4. Ben, remember last week the Barbo boy had 18 points in the first half, and they held him to 1 in the second half?
Yes.
Kind of here with Blake Kersnerick. He had 16 in the first half. He still has 16.
Yep.
Other players have taken over,
Other
just
players,
like last week.
Yep, exactly.
All right.
And he hasn't been out there as much, but definitely don't need him to right now. We'll see.
Spartans have made 3 in a row now at the free throw line. Make that 4 in a row.
Ben Anservitz with a three-point play. Nice clutch play there. Brought to you by Chris Breck State Farm. Ask about bundling your insurance coverage and saving. 593-1191.
4 straight free throws. They must have a radio over there on the bench, and they're saying, we're tired of listening to Guglielmo whine about us missing free throws, and now they made 4 straight.
Okay.
Timeout here.
That's all I got, though.
No, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But you know.
Thank you. So I got something else. I don't think so.
Billy, who do we got here for the girls? Saturday, the girls are playing who?
Grand Valley.
And then Monday, General McLean.
Yeah, yep.
The boys' next game is Thursday in Albion, right?
No, Tuesday.
Huh?
Tuesday.
Thursday, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what.
Yeah. All right, 20 seconds remain, third quarter. PV will inbound the ball. They have a 58-40 lead over the Conneaut Spartans. Pass underneath. 3 from the corner, no good. Rebound. Lakers get it back. Up with a shot, no good. Rebound picked up by the Lakers, and that will end the third quarter with the score, the Lakers 58, Conneaut 40.
We'll take this brief timeout and come back for the fourth quarter on 1360 WOW.
Fourth quarter underway here. Pymatuning Valley 58, Conneaut 40, and the Lakers have the ball. Turn, shoots, misses, rebound, whistle on the Lakers. Conneaut will try to put at least a dent into this lead.
Yep. Of course,
stands at 18.
Yep. Of course, remind you, of course, about the Dairy Queen Player of the Game right after the fourth quarter on 1360 WOW Sports, as Larry Ham's going to the line shooting 2.
Yeah, so make sure you tell Billy he's going to have to get a couple players again tonight. All right, Larry Ham at the free throw line, shoots, and he missed it.
58-40, Pymatuning leading.
And they have the ball. Inside, blocked by Costin.
Costin's playing pretty good tonight. What's that? Yeah, if you got one.
Lakers inbounding the ball. Long bomb from the corner, no good. Rebound, Costin. You're right, Ben. Costin may only have 3 points, but he's been all over the floor, defensively and rebounding.
You know, he's my nominee for DQ.
He is, huh?
I'll say that.
Oh yeah, that's a good choice. I mean, you don't necessarily have to go by who's your leading scorer.
Right. If objectively, Chance Loomis is definitely leading tonight, but
Rice on the drive,
nice move.
puts it up and
Rice,
in.
open lane.
His first points in a while, but he has 9 now.
25-19. Cleveland Cavs are leading Orlando Magic. Thanks, Billy.
No good there. Rebound back up, no good. Rebound back up, no good.
Oh.
Out of bounds. That's a good choice as of right now, but we got a whole quarter to go yet. But
yep.
Yeah. All right. 6:54 to play. Anservitz in the paint. Travel. Yeah. 58-42. Whistles blow. Laker fans are screaming for a foul, and they get it. 1-1. Blake Kersnerick will go to the line for a 1-1.
Yep. And Gavin got called for the reach, and that's his third tonight.
Up. Good.
Kersnerick, there you go. He's
17 points.
That's his first in quite some time, though, since the second quarter, right? So he's been very quiet. And I'll give Gavin a lot of credit for playing good defense on him.
Made another one. He's got 18. 6:35 to play. 60-42. There goes Anservitz. Off the glass. No. Rebound Lakers. Underneath and in for Luke Harvey. He's got 9.
That was an excellent pass by 13 for the Lakers. Nesparenko.
Back to a 20-point lead.
Very good.
Loomis. Give to Rice. Back to Loomis. Up with a jumper. No good. I just don't understand why those shots don't go in. Here's a three-pointer, no good. I don't know.
Over the back.
Is there a technique, Ben? I never played the game.
I'm not a good outside shooter.
It?
No, but there's a technique for sure.
I wonder what it is.
And you know what? We haven't had a really good shooter since Kyle Woods, I think.
Yeah, I don't understand what it is. All right, Anservitz with a ball. Larry Ham goes up over the top and puts it in. He's got 10.
Anservitz again getting his quota tonight on limited time.
5:20 to play. Pass inside, shot up, no. Rebound, foul. Larry Ham is fourth.
Britton, who's been quiet so far in the second half, is going to line for 2.
Britton's first one is good. He's got 14. Again, good.
Make sure you give me your players of the game vote early because Billy will get them.
15 points for Tyler Britton. 5 minutes to play.
Oh, that
Pass
almost
underneath.
picked off
Picked
somehow.
up. Rice shot the ball, no good. Here come the Lakers. Here's the drive, no good. Rebound up high.
Nice.
Gavin Hedrick.
Nice fight by Gavin. Oh,
Anservitz threw it right to the coach.
Oh boy, Anservitz, yeah, trying
That's
to pass
not a way
it
to
out
get
with
more playing time, is it?
Yeah, no, right at Coach Talbacca who caught it. Coach Tim, he still got some good play in him. I wonder if he was out there. Would he?
Hall of Famer at college.
Yes, he was. What he'd look like, yeah. Wonder if he can still dunk.
Tim
Yeah.
into Loomis. Before the year's out, I think Loomis will dunk. Anservitz for three, short. Lakers back on the attack, up and in for Tyler Britton. He's got 17 now. He has taken over that Kersnerick spot here in the second half.
Yep.
He has been on fire. Loomis traveling.
Travel, yeah. Too many Euro steps, unfortunately. He tried, you know.
Yep. Shuffling of the feet, they call it.
You walk too much, right?
Walks too much.
He hops.
Shuffling of the feet.
He hops too much, yeah. 4:05 left to go. 66-44 the score right now. The Lakers on top.
Too many steps. All right. Pass underneath. There's that Britton again. He goes back up, gets two more.
He's just a bigger body. He's about the same height as Larry Ham, but just a bigger, stockier guy.
He
who can
takes
fight his
over
way.
the lead, too, now with 19 points.
Yep. I was waiting for that. I knew he looked like he was in practice. He looked like he was shooting around really well.
Anservitz out to Costa, give to Rice. Gonna have to shoot the ball, boys.
Oh.
Ham saves it in the corner. Out to Anservitz, off his hands, Laker ball. Anservitz looks very frustrated.
Yeah, and he hasn't even played a full game, but definitely should be and can be. And he comes out probably for the night with 3:20
to play. Yeah, I don't know, maybe he's hurt a little bit. Not walking. Britton again hits a three.
Wow, he's running away with that Pymatuning Player of the Night award.
22 points. 71-44. Loomis to Rice inside Hedrick, up with a shot. Will not go.
No foul call, and Coach Tim is livid about that one. I mean, it's pretty late in the game, but they don't call a foul draw on that at all. And any fouls, anyone's going to line at this point with the limit.
Lakers throw it away. Conneaut gets it back. Like to see if Thaddeus Huya could get a little playing time in here.
Yes, it would be nice. I don't think we've seen him yet in varsity.
Here comes Loomis into the forecourt. Give to Costa. No, Hedrick. Over to Rice in the corner. Inside Ham. Ham goes up for two. He'll go the line for two.
It was a late whistle, though, too. I'm like, well, when are they calling that one, right? Yeah, so.
Larry Ham with 10 points. So you're going to get a couple of more cracks at the free throw line. He's 0 for 3 at the free throw line. First one is up. Got it. 11 points for Larry Ham. Or when his mother gets mad at him, it's Lawrence Ham.
Yes, exactly.
Kind of like Benjamin, right?
Lawrence and Benjamin, yes. Charles.
Charles.
Yes, you've heard that. Yeah, I know you have.
Here's Benjamin.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Yeah, my grandmother especially. That was even worse.
Larry Ham again, and he got another one to go. He's got 12. Britton.
Oh,
Ball
tip touched by
saved.
Lakers. Keeps it in. Britton on down low.
Driving and putting it up, no. Rebound, Loomis.
Number 11 couldn't quite finish with that play.
Underneath, Costin up and missed it. Here come the Lakers. Lakers up with a shot, and it bounces all over the iron, no good. Larry Ham reaches up high for the rebound. Give the chance, Loomis. He drives and puts it in. Loomis has 15 points for the Spartans.
He just blew right around Britton for the finish.
71-48. The Spartans have scored a little bit more tonight.
Yeah.
Not much more,
Well,
but it's an improvement. They scored a little bit more, gave up a little bit more. Foul called.
Yeah, exactly. That's your guy?
Yeah.
I agree with that. I like
Oh,
Chance.
Billy.
Yeah. I kind of like Nate Costin though too tonight. It's hard to say. The intangibles were huge tonight.
That's fine. I think he's done very well.
Yeah. We're gonna pick Larry. You're gonna get Larry and Nate. Can you get Larry and Nate? He's gonna talk to Larry and I'm gonna talk to Nate. Thanks, buddy.
Tell Billy to make sure he says, Larry, go to the TV, Nate, go to the radio.
Yeah, well,
They get mixed up sometimes.
They won't get that confused. I don't think.
All right, Lakers going to the free throw line.
What?
You don't think they'll get confused, Ben? Missed the shot. Pass inside. Hook shot up. No, whistle. Ben, you don't think they'll get confused?
No.
So in other words, what you're saying, they're not over the age of 65?
They do not have their Social Security cards yet, or their.
I don't know. They may have that.
Well, they have their Social Security. I meant their AARP card. Is what I meant.
Here's a newcomer into the lineup, number 33, Brady
What's that?
Tisch. Boy, he's a tall one. Brady Tisch.
You're okay.
Again, Tisch.
Brady
Again,
Tisch.
good.
Yeah. Brady Tisch played. He played a lot of JV.
Mother was a principal here in Conneaut at one of our elementary schools a couple years back. Now
Okay.
she's back home in Andover doing principal duties. All right, JR into the game. So is
Thad Huya.
Thad Huya.
He's got a new number this year.
Noah Ham along the baseline.
Caden
And
Farley.
Costin saves it, but PV comes up with it. Up with a little jumper, number 11, no good. Rebound, Costin. Yeah, see, Ben, you've got a good choice there. He's all over the floor.
Yeah.
Costin going for three.
Oh,
Missed that one.
that'd have been nice to make.
J.R. Hutchison comes up with it.
Oh,
Hutchison
just
misses
short.
the shot. And back is Brady Tisch, misses the shot. Noah Ham with a rebound. Give to J.R. Hutchison. Hutchison along the baseline. Foul, Lakers.
Number 11, I think, or number 1 gets called.
It's going to send J.R. Hutchison, is it, to the line?
Yes, he had the ball, and we're well past. We have 10 fouls each, so we're all shooting at this point.
First one up for Hutchison is on its way. Short.
And barely got there.
He's got 2 points tonight.
Hey, we could have, potentially, if we made both of these, we could have got to 50, which would have been a nice round number.
Hutchison got that one. He's got 3.
49-73.
Just a few seconds left. PV won't even shoot the ball, and that's going to be our final score. Pymatuning Valley, 73. Conneaut Spartans, 49. Stay tuned for our post-game shows. Ben's going to be talking with Nathan Costin on the radio, and I'll be having Larry Ham, Bob Shackle, so get ready down here for our post-game show.
He had 3. Yeah. We'll take this brief timeout on 1360 WOW Sports and then return with your Dairy Queen Player of the Game right after this. 1-3? Okay. Hey, Larry, you're going to be over with Chuck. I'm going to talk to you. How you doing? I'm Ben, by the way. Nice to meet you. Yeah, good game, man. There you go. Sorry about that. Kind of hold it kind of up closer. Right. There you go. Hang on one sec. Let me zoom out. We're on commercial real quick, that's all. Okay, and we're live at Garcia Gymnasium with Nate Costin. Nate, good to meet you first off. It's
nice to meet you.
Yeah, we've been watching it. We watched a lot in football, actually, so it was really important for us to catch you this season in basketball. Really impressive to watch out there, definitely. You had 3 points tonight, but really the reason why I wanted to give you Dairy Queen Player of the Game tonight wasn't just because of the 3 points. You were all over the floor tonight. You pretty much covered it like paint. You were like paint on a wall. You were all over. You were trying to fetch the ball. You kept us in it defensively. You had a lot of really good rebounds tonight. What was your goal tonight? Thinking like a daunting task with some of these really tall guys. You're 6'2". You're not small, but like, what was your thought process going in, like trying to get some of these rebounds? Like, how do you fight with some of these guys like Kariznik and Britton? Like these guys, what do you do?
I just wanted to give it my all and box out really hard and just play really hard.
Yeah, definitely. You did just that. You and Larry, both of you guys definitely did. Chance had a good game tonight points-wise, but you're a big body out there. You and Gavin, you guys both play the really resilient guys. You both fight for the ball every play. What's do you guys kind of talk about that stuff together? Do you guys like share strategies and things like that as far as boxing out, like stealing and things like that, passing the ball, or is it something you just developed on your own?
We just developed it. We've always been hard workers and just trying to get the ball.
Are you friends with Gavin and Larry and these guys too? Okay.
We're all good friends.
Okay, nice. Okay, and so you played really physical, which makes sense because you were quarterback for a while on the football team. I know you didn't play this year, but I think you would have been a really good player for us this year. Just my opinion on that. But is that something that since you didn't play football this year, you kind of carried that energy over to basketball, or is it just the way you are all the time?
I'd say I'm like that all the time.
Yeah. Okay. I figured that much.
Yeah.
But, yeah, man, you're a DQ Player of the Game tonight. Thanks a lot for joining us.
Thank you.
We're looking forward to watching you develop. This is your senior year, right?
Yes,
so you're giving it your all and play 110% every night, and you're going to be great tonight.
Thank
you.
Have a good day.
Nate Costin, our Dairy Queen Player of the Game. Thanks for joining us. 3 points tonight. Our final score, 73-49, was the final against Pymatuning Valley. Our leading scorers tonight, of course, Kasparek had 18, and Britton had 22 for the Lakers. But for Conneaut, Chance Loomis had 15, and Larry Ham had 12. So they both were running the table pretty much for the most part, and it was pretty impressive, definitely, to see that in full swing tonight. Didn't pass the ball very well overall. It's been a struggle so far this year, but definitely, I definitely wanted to give it to Nate Costin tonight because not only is he a senior, but he played so well and so hardy tonight. Definitely, it was very impressive overall and played 110% from start to finish, and I can't give him enough credit on that one. So anyway, needless to say, it was a tough game overall, though. We couldn't hold them in check. It was, we were very close. We were only 9 points down at half, so it was 36-27 at half, and then it was just a completely different game in the second half. But this team was very good. PV was a very good team. They beat Lakeside last week. We knew that, so hard to really battle against these guys. I think it was a daunting task. But like Nate Costin said, rebounding against these guys was just something that they just were tasked to do. It doesn't really matter if they're 6'6" or not. It was just an impressive game overall by them. But we're going to see you guys on Thursday night at Northwestern. That's a 6 o'clock JV start. So about a 7 o'clock stream time and air time for us on 1360 WOW, 102.9 FM, and WOW TV. I'm Ben Jarvie alongside Chuck Guglielmo and Billy Ciccatelli. Megan Lebzelder back in the studio as well. Again, final score 73-49 for Conneaut. I don't really think I have any updates. Boys basketball updates. Meadville over Sharon so far, 16-9 early. Hickory over Beaver Falls, 39-28. Garraway over Tuscaragas Catholic, 60-30. Menor over Medina, 22-21. Northwestern over Lakeview, 11-5. That's early in the game. Hey, Chuck.
How you doing there, Ben?
Hey, how was? Give me a couple updates on you and Larry Ham's discussion.
Yeah.
How was that?
Larry Ham was very good. Of course, he had 12 points tonight. That's a season high for Larry.
Yeah.
Those 2 3-point baskets. He said the same thing, basically, what we've been saying all game long. We just need to get better at free throw shooting. The rebounding is there. We can see that. A lot of hustle and rebounding. And we got to shoot the ball. We just got to shoot it better. What about Nathan?
Nathan was pretty good, really quiet, I think, but he had a lot of good things to say. I was like, you, Larry, and Gavin play the same way with 110%, that high-intensity motor, you know? And he's like, yeah, that's just something that we all hang out together. We're all that way in practice, and they like to be that way in the game. And it's just, I was like, what is it like trying to rebound against Kasparek and Britton, these guys that are 6'5", 6'6"? Like, is that a daunting task? He says, not really. It's just something we got to go out there and do no matter what. He wasn't scared, and I could tell that, and I said, you're fearless. He played really well out there, and he knew he played well. Despite the 3 points, there's a lot of intangibles about tonight that he did really well. And I said, if you'd played football this year, I think the intensity would have even been there even more. But, he didn't have much to say on that other than just that he was anxious to play basketball and use that energy that he was holding back so far this year.
Despite that they're 0-2, they do appear to be a little bit better than we've seen them than last year.
Yeah.
That's another thing Larry Ham said. I asked him about what do they know about Northwestern coming up. He said they lost 2 of their bigger scorers to graduation.
Okay.
We'll see about that.
Good. Okay. Well, that'll be something to look forward to. And again, we'll see you that Thursday night coming up. That's December 8th, 6 o'clock JV, and 7 o'clock varsity and go live time. So Ben Jarvie and Chuck Guglielmo, we'll see you then. So long, good night. Final score 73-49. Conneaut falls to 0-2 on the season. We'll see you Thursday night at Northwestern.